Now welcome back to Sci-Fi Tech. In this video I want to do a teardown of this blender smoothie machine. I want to see how it works and I want to see if there's any parts worth salvaging. Let's get started. First, flip it over and do what I always do. See a screw, take a screw, see a screw, take a screw, and remove all of the screws that I can find. And there, all of the standard screws are now removed, and what remains is some torque 10 screws. Just need to remove those with my torque 10 bit. And now use a neodymium magnet to pick up the screws. And as you can see, I missed a couple of screws, so I'll just use the standard Phillips screwdriver and remove the screws. And there, all the screws are now removed. Unfortunately, I'm having difficulty removing the bottom housing. It's because this motor fan is still attached and is causing everything to be held into place. So what I need to do is look around and figure out how to remove this fan. Looking at this motor cooling fan, I see a square nut inside, so what I need to do is simply unscrew it. In order to do that, I need to hold one end of this device, which is right here, and then simply unscrew it. Difficult to do because it takes a lot of force to unscrew it. Take these two pliers, hold both ends, and simply twist. And there, it is now unscrewed. All I have to do is just simply pull off this motor cooling fan, loosen it a little bit, and simply pull it. And it comes off just like this. And now simply remove the bottom housing. As you can see, it has a lot of interesting components inside. Very nice. This right here is the power plug. Simply unscrew the screws right here. This right here is the AC input circuit, basically acting like a transformer, taking the 110 volts from the wall outlet and stepping down the AC voltage to the appropriate voltage. Next, remove the screws that's holding this plastic piece, which is holding down the circuit. And there, the circuit is now free. These right here are some buttons that look very interesting. Remove this plastic piece, which stabilizes the motor. As you can see, there are 4 more screws that are holding down the motor. Simply unscrew them. Comes out nice and loose. Should be able to lift it out. As you can see, this plastic piece is what's holding the motor in place. And as you can see, I broke the piece. That's okay, I want to break it some more to make it even easier to remove. Perfect, and now the piece is broken. Now I can easily remove the motor. Okay, the housing is almost removed, still attached by these 2 wires. These 2 wires are held down by a pressure switch. So simply go over and unscrew the screws that is holding down this plastic piece, holding down the pressure switch. And there, the pressure switch in the housing is now removed. Cut some wires to remove some unnecessary wires. Next, take the circuit and remove the buttons that are attached to the circuit board. Oh, how interesting. These little buttons push onto these little push button switches, and it also lights up with some LEDs. Very nice, but I don't need these, so I remove it. As you can see, a bunch of nice little LEDs that light up these push buttons, and a bunch of push button switches that look like surface mount switches. Very nice. And then these really nice looking red LEDs. I really like these red LEDs, these look very nice. Definitely going to use that in a future project. And a bunch of these little components here, these are very nice. This is a very nice resistor, and I also see a 5-watt resistor. Very good resistors. This component right here, I believe is a relay. That could be also very useful. And looking at some components that are on here, this fuse, capacitor, some diodes, and a crystal oscillator. Bunch of interesting components, and this little pressure switch is potentially useful. Definitely going to keep that for something. And of course, this AC motor is also useful. might keep everything intact and just simply power it with a power cable, and then keep the circuit as is and use this motor for something, possibly use it all intact and use it for something else. Not for a blender, but maybe use it for something else. And what I really like is that it has different controls controlling the speed of the motor, so possibly I'll keep the circuit intact and use this motor for something else. And there you have it. Now you know what's inside of a blender smoothie machine, how it works, and what kind of components that are worth salvaging. Thank you for watching Sci-Fi Tech. I hope you learned something new, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and of course click on the bell icon to be notified of future Sci-Fi Tech videos. To the next tech, goodbye.